everyone, it's Lillian here coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada, where the sun is shining brightly and the sky is blue. It's a little breezy, but it's certainly beautiful to look at, and I hope to go outside for a walk soon. So thank you for joining me, and my business is Stamping Up, and today I have a really cute project to show you. So, I forgot to get my computer set up, so I will do that as I put you down to my desk. All right, so let's put you down and set up my computer. I was sleeping at the switch here. Hello, Judy. Welcome. So glad you're here. And Helen and Sue, welcome, ladies. I am thankful. And thank you for joining me at this time. Usually I come to you, I'm trying to consistently come to you at 7 o'clock on a Monday night. But today I had another commitment, and so it's 1 o'clock today. So my website, where you can also visit my online store, is here at lillian.stampingup.net, and if you want to shop there, please use the current hostess code. That makes life really good for me, and my computer's not cooperating. That's what I get. Let's try it one more time. And while it is getting all set up, let me just share a little bit about this here. So this paper is gorgeous, gorgeous spring. It's just yummy paper. It's called Berry Delightful DSP, Designer Series Paper. That's what that stands for. And it goes with all these colors in the Stampin' Up color spectrum. So there's all kinds of things here. And you'll notice that it's here, it's in Celebration, page 14. That means you can earn it, but you can't buy it. It's exclusive. So right now is Celebration. This is likely the most favorite time in the world for Stampin' Up customers, because for every $60 you spend, you get to choose something from this catalog. So you could choose this designer paper, or you could choose this cute donkey stamp set, and so on. Then there are a few things at the back that you can choose if you spend $120. So this is fabulous. It's an extra big stamp set. Not that it takes up more space on your shelf, but it has a whole bunch more stamps in it. So I've had a lot of fun with these. And hello, Karen. Hello, Tanya. Welcome, welcome. The other thing to remember, not only is it a good time to shop during Celebration, it's a good time to host a party. If you host a party, and you might say, well, it's COVID, Lillian, how do I host a party? You can just get some friends together online or over the phone or whatever works for you, and gather orders, and then you can earn some extra free stuff. In fact, if your group of orders reaches 375 or more, you get this stamp set over and above some of the benefits of hosting. So you would get 12% of your orders. You would get that much money to go buy some extra free stuff, and then you would get this stamp set. And if you have a long list, I would highly recommend joining Stampin' Up. It's always the very best deal in the book. You get $165 worth of product, always, for $135. You don't have shipping and handling. You don't have GST. So already that's a good deal. And then during Celebration, and only during Celebration, you get 5 packages of 6x6 designer paper. Now that's worth about $75 in Canada. Let me just show it to you. It'll end up being 200 sheets. You'll get 5 packages. The packages will look like this, and you'll get them in all the different color families, and they are fabulous. I've been using them a bit. If you don't get them by joining, the only other way you'll be able to get these is waiting until the new catalog comes out in May, and then you can purchase them. So these are going to be in the new catalog but then of course you have to pay for them. They're not free. So just something to consider. And I've had my sister, for one, says, well, I don't think it's fair to stamp me up if I join. I don't plan to do anything. Do you know what? They're fine with that. They don't punish you in any way. You get your things and that's good. If you want to sell, good. If you want to just put orders in yourself and benefit from the discount a demonstrator gets, good. They are a wonderful company to work with. So just something to put in that thinking box and think about. All right, so I'm going to start with the project, and then at the end I have some swaps to show you and a few other things. But today, instead of making a card, we are going to make a 3D object. So again, you're just going to use half a sheet of cardstock. So you're going to cut some cardstock at 4 1/4 by 11. So once you've got that cut, we're going to do some scoring. So we're going scoring and a little bit of cutting. So I'm going to put this in at what have I got there? Oh, I don't think I put the right thing there, but it's at 5/8. I want to score in at 5/8. So here is 1/2, and 5/8 is just the next kind of big mark between 1/2 and 3/4. All right. So it's halfway in between. So I'm going to make sure I've got the scoring blade, the light colored, and I'm going to score. And then just to make my life easier, I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing on this side. So at 5/8, and then I'm going to score. So we've got 5/8 in from each of the sides there. Now we're going to turn it and pull out the arm, and we're going to do a little bit here. So at 3 5/8, so half and then a little bit past, I want to just make marks up to here. So I'm coming, whoops, wrong blade. I'm coming in and I'm only going to go to that score line, and that's going to make sense in a little bit. All right, so I've just made a little mark there. Then I'm going to slide it down to 7, and I'm going to score. And then 7 5/8. So there's 7 1/2. 5/8 is just beyond that. So like that. Now you said, well, Lillian, why do we have these little marks here? Well, I'm going to bring it back, and what I want to do is I want to cut these 2 pieces out, which I forgot to show on there. So let me just bring a pen in and show you here. I am going to cut out this piece here and this piece here. And I could do that by hand, or I can use my trimmer. So I've got that little mark there, and it's a bit hard to see when it's on camera. So let me just do this with a pencil and this with a pencil, and then you'll be able to see where I'm going to. So there we go. Now I'm going to slide that up. Now I'm going to cut down to that mark. And remember, there's little marks on the end of sides of your blades, and that's where the blade is. So now my little mark is right where that pencil mark is. That's good. Oh, I see I didn't get that very well. And, oh, now I have to flip this over. Well, so what we'll do is just make the mark on this side because the score line's still there. And there we go. And slide it down till my markers on the side line up where I made that little score. All right, so now we'll slide the arm in. I love the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. It is just so user-friendly and versatile. So now I'm going to cut these 2 panels right off. So this one's coming off. And and this one's coming off. And you can see I didn't do the best job lining things up, but it works just fine. Then I'm also, if you could see here maybe, I'm going to cut here and here, here and here. So just watch for a moment. So I'm going to cut in on here, on this side, just up to the score line, not beyond, and here again. And then I like, when I'm making boxes, like to just, with this little flap, just cut a little wedge out, like that, and do the same on this side. So there we go. We've got that. And so now we're going to bring in our bone folder and just burnish everything. Make those fold lines nice and sharp, because that's the best way to get a nice looking product, is to burnish those fold lines. I remember when I was learning to sew, my aunt did a lot of my instruction. And her big thing was, your iron is your friend. Your iron makes your sewing look professional, because it gets everything in place. So to me, the bone folder is sort of like my iron. It just crisps things up. So now I have it so you can see that it's going to go like that. We have some things to do before we do that. What we are going to do first off is I'm going to bring in the 2-inch circle punch. Now you can use the layering circles or something, but you need something approximately 2 inches. And you'll see why in a little bit. So now I'm just going to bring it and push it all the way down from the top part here. Push it all the way down, and it just, this is 2 inches wide, or it's the same width as that's, we're going to keep this, we're going to use that. And then we are also going to bring in some of that gorgeous designer paper. So I have 2 pieces. So which would you like to see? The strawberries with the flowers and the white background, or the strawberries with the green background? What do you think you would like to use? It's going to be resting on here. I'm going to show you one with the gingham type. So let's go with the strawberries this time. That's the neat thing about designer paper, is it's got designs on both sides. So which one do you think? The second one. You mean this one? Yes, Karen, I think that's what you mean. We will go with that. And now this is 2 inches wide. And we need a piece that is 4 inches long. And that should read 3 1/4. Boy, I was really not functioning well. We ended up doing some childcare today that we hadn't bargained on, and I think I haven't got my head quite in the game. So I'm just going to cut this at 4 inches, and then if I did things right, this should be 3 1/4. Right. So that should be 2 by 4 and 2 by 3 1/4. All right, so now we can put this away again. So the 2 by 4 one is going to just get glued right here. Let me bring this in so you can see a little better. It's going to get glued right there. So we're going to have a border. Now it's, well, let's get the strawberries going the right way. We don't want to put glue where the circle is. So this is what I'm going to do. I know that this is going to fit on there like that, and then I'm going to add some glue here, just a little bit, and that should work. So let's bring it back in. The strawberries going the right direction like that. I'm just making an equal border here and here. I'm going to let that dry. While that's drying, I'm going to flip this over, and we want to put this piece on the front. So you can see it's going to go something like that. This will all make sense in a minute. So let's put that on. And let's make sure I've got everything lined up. Yes, I do. I could just see myself putting it on the wrong side or something. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and punch this out. Now you might have said, Lillian, why didn't you punch it out at the same time when you punched the first one? It's not very thick. It would have worked because I wanted this not to have any glue. I'm going to use this piece too. So it's just me being a little bit frugal, you could say. So we are going to line things up and punch that out. Now we've got those two pieces that we're going to use in a little bit. I'm going to bring in one more punch. Now this is totally optional. This is the detailed trio punch, and I want to round the corners of the top here. So we just put it in. There's a little, I don't know if you can see, little like guides there. So put it in and press down. And I find with this punch, because it's a triple punch, if you press in the middle with the palm of your hand, it seems to punch better. And make sure it's in there snugly. So there, now I suspect you're starting to imagine what's going to happen next. So now we're going to build the box part. So this is my plan. You know, sometimes my plan doesn't work as well as it should, but I think it will this time. I want this little tab to be sandwiched between these two, because if it's on the inside, when I'm tucking things in, they can catch on it, and so that's what I want to happen. So I want that to be sandwiched, and I want the front tab to wrap towards the back. It just looks neat and tidy. So you see it's going to look like that. So first off, let's put a bit of tear and tape. It could be the multi-purpose glue. It could be Seal Plus. Anything that's going to hold really well. I'm just using tear and tape right now because it's, I don't have to wait for it to dry or anything like that. And we'll just peel those backings off. And, okay, all I want is the small tab, and I'm trying to do it so you can see, but yet I can still be square here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got it square. I use my desk often to make sure I've got it square. So there, we've got it like that. Now I just need to put tear and tape here, which I should have done before. Likely it would have been a little easier, but it's all right. I like to do things a challenging way. Who always love a challenge, right? So do that. And so that came apart. I didn't press hard enough. We will fix that too. So let's peel the backing off. And one of the reasons I chose this for the project today is Valentine's Day is coming up, and this would work great for Valentine's treats. So I have a little bit more there. But it would also work, remember when COVID first hit, front porch pickup, drop-offs, porch fairies, all of that was so prevalent. And I'm not hearing as much about that. And somehow I think we need to work at cheering each other up again and making days special. So this could be a Valentine's Day project, or it could be just because. So now I'm doing that and wrapping this around from the front to the back. And you've got that nice smooth look there. Now I like to put my bone folder in and really give it a good burnish to press it down like that. And this is, it's pretty neat, isn't it? At least I think so. Now we're going to bring in these pieces. Now you could do whatever you wanted. I'm going to use Banner Year. This is a set that was carried over from the holiday catalog. And one of the reasons I believe it was carried over is because it covers a multitude of celebrations. Thanksgiving, Christmas, be merry. A treat so sweet can be anything. Boo, happy haunting, from all of us, the to and from alone. But it has neat little ones too, like there's a little heart, there's a little heart envelope. So we're going to use your sweet and the little heart today, but we could have used whatever. And some of you are new to photopolymer stamps. So just remember, you always keep this and cover it back up after, because that helps to protect your stamps from dirt and grime and stuff. There we go. You're so sweet. I'm just going to put that back on so I don't lose it. And do that. I always pick up my photopolymer. These are, doesn't matter, I put them down and then pick it up because sometimes I can stretch it out. Now, one of the coordinating colors for this set was Poppy Parade. So I'm going to go with that. And by the time I'm finished this and then I show you the sample, I will have a couple of little treats made for the grandkids. I'm thinking ahead here. So now I'm going to bring in that little heart and I always like to have some going off. There, that will be good, like that. Close up the ink. Now, the nice thing about using a circle is, doesn't matter if I stamped straight or not, right? It's going to work. So that will work like that. Now I'm going to bring in this little piece that we have, and I'm just going to offset it a bit. Nobody knows that it's not a full circle, and it just adds, and it's going to go on here. Actually, I meant to use the other side. Nobody will know, right? There we go. We'll do it that way. Gives it a little more definition. So it's a little sticky there, but we're going to put dimensionals on it anyway, so it will be good. Peel that off like that. All right, now obviously my washi tape that was holding this down has given way. It's got wiggleitis here. So let's see. Now we want to get the words straight like that. Now I wanted a piece of ribbon on there, and I didn't have any Poppy Parade ribbon or any ribbon that I was happy with, believe it or not. So I brought in the crinkled seam binding ribbon and Poppy Parade blends, and I'm using the dark one. I like to label my blends. Took a little bit of time at one point, but it's really helpful. Now, yeah, the saying does go, doesn't it, Sue? I'm glad you like that. So I've just labeled this D for dark, PP for Poppy Parade, and it's easy for me to find my blends. So just made me happy. So all I did was put some scrap paper down, take the brush end of my blends and brush it across. Because this is such thin ribbon, it actually is soaking right through. I only have to do one side and it will dry very, very quickly. So while it's drying, obviously I have a little adhesive on my fingers. Let me just bring in one more thing that I'm going to add to this as well as the ribbon, and it's these cute resin hearts. Now, I like to keep my embellishments in clear stamp cases, and then I line it up on my shelf so I can see them, and I find I use them more if I can see them like that. So let's bring in a little heart. Aren't these cute? So adorable. And the white ones you can color with your blends too. So I'm going to put one more heart down here. And then after I put the ribbon on, I'll decide if I need another one or not. So already that ribbon is pretty much dry. And we're going to tie the bow. Now when you do color the ribbon with your blends, the ribbon is just a smidge stiffer. So this crinkled seam binding is a very soft ribbon, so it actually can handle the blends just fine. I got that kind of flattened. Come on, there we go. All right, and I'll bring in my ribbon scissors and do a little trimming, maybe a bit more. And then bring in my mini glue dots. And here we go, like that. And where shall I put this? Whoops, I want to just tuck that in. There we go. I think it looks okay right there. Now this is all set to hang on a doorknob, just like that, and you can leave it at somebody's door. But you say, what if it doesn't fit? This is a fairly small doorknob, and you're asking, I know some of you are asking, what is this? Believe it or not, this was a gift from my sister, and oh, I don't have anything to show you. But if you're doing a buffet, you can put your cutlery, pretend these are knives, forks, and spoons. You can put your forks or something there, and it looks really neat. I have to admit that I thought it was a really neat idea, but have I ever used them? No. Then I would have to have people in the house, right? But it works great to show you this. So what if it doesn't fit on your door? So then you take your paper snips and you make, now I always cut it right about here. If I put it up here, I find that it unravels a little bit. But if I cut at an angle about here, and if this was, then I can flip it over and it still will hang on the door like that. So let me show you a couple of others, and then I want you to make suggestions as to what would you put in this box. So I don't know if you have noticed that a lot of cookies nowadays you can also get individually wrapped. So that will fit in there perfectly. So I have that one, I have this one. These are made with the same designer paper. This one here I made, last spring, I think, when we had this designer paper, but I've got the poppies here and wrapped the ribbon around. So you could make it however you want it. It does not have to be a white base either. It was just, that was an easy thing to do. Like that. But then I was thinking, what are some other things that you could put in there? And we're crafters, right? So I grabbed a few things. So you could put some blends in. Oh, I've got something in there. I've got the instructions in there. I better take them out. So there, that will look better. So you could put some blends in there, or you could put some blender pens in there, or pencil crayons, or markers, or that kind of thing. You can put embellishments in there. You can do put all kinds of things in here. So you like this, Karen? Yeah, I just like it too. I think it can be used for a lot of things. So it's just taking two doorknobs and fastening them onto whatever that is. It's square and it's metal. So some of you would know. I don't. But so that's what that is. And these are our doorknob treat holders. So what might you put in one if you made this? What do you think? Let me know. And then I have a few other things to show you. And I have quite a mess here. But I say that every time, don't I? I don't think I can craft without a mess. I have a few swaps I wanted to share with you. So here is a swap here. This again is using a celebration stamp set towards the end of the celebration book, and the paper is celebration. Licorice. Oh, sorry, sounding like I've got a split personality here, but somebody just said licorice in there. Yes, I love licorice. That's a good idea. So back to here. So this is a belly band. When you slip the belly band off, you open it up here like this. Isn't this a neat fold? One of my downline made this, so I am going to have to case it and figure it out, but I really like that. Here's another one that I received from a downline. So this is using the Fine Art Floral and just gorgeous paper, and this is the ribbon we used, but she left it white and it looks perfect on here. Lots of neat things happening there. This is a paper pumpkin one. So isn't that neat? I just love that. And so always remember Paper Pumpkin has some great things. Here is a swap from, oh, who is this from? Patty Wright. And so this white here just makes the rest pop of this hydrangea, right? So it looks so, so nice. And then I dropped some on the floor, so just give me a moment. I was playing with the designer paper, the flower and field designer paper, and then adding the daisy. So there's some of that. This is what my upline made this one. So it's got the vellum circle here. So there we go, like that. And then some more with that paper. This one I posted on Facebook the other day. I just totally cased the catalog. So there's that one and this. And then I wanted to show you this card here. Now we can buy a whole package of cards, card bases that are just already like this. And the envelopes are ready, so you can get the 5 in colors. There's a whole bunch of them in there. Let me just see if I can remember how many. It's 10. So 2 of each color. And then I just cut a 3x4 piece and put it down and added this. I cased it from somebody. I'm trying to remember who, but I can't. So just something to remember that you can buy sets of note cards or the memory cards or whatever, and they're ready to go. You don't have to be cutting and scoring. You're ready to go like that. So deck of cards. Hey, oh, a deck of cards would work well in here, wouldn't it? Yeah, I like that idea. All right. And then I really wanted to share, because it's coming fast, 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 Stamping Staycation. And I think most of you know what it is, but just in case you don't, Stamping Staycation, 2 other demonstrators and myself get together, about 3 times a year and put this on. It's an online creative retreat. So it's a staycation. So you get to do everything at home. You use your own materials, but we guide you through it, teach you how to do different things, and then you go and you make them. So it doesn't matter where in the world you live. It doesn't matter what room in the house you're going to work from. It doesn't matter if you can stay the whole day or if you're going to hop in and out or watch it later. It's going to be there for you. That's one of the joys of this online world. It is $47, and the Friday evening we do sort of a get acquainted thing, and then Saturday, January 30th, we start at 9 a.m. and go till about 4, and there will be 5 different demonstrations, and each demonstration will walk you through how to make something. You will just watch initially, then we'll show you alternative ideas of doing the same thing, so that gives you ideas for using your own product. And then you can try making it and even enter to win prizes. There will also be 3 different tip videos to watch, so using different supplies. So it's a full day and it's an awesome day. We started it, I think when COVID started, and we just love it. And some of you have come to every one, I know. So think about it. If you want to register, here's the registration, or contact me. It's hard to see that there. But you do need to get your registration in. So that's why I'm giving it a little more of a plug right now. So those are the ideas. Here are the fun things that we made. If you make one, and I suggest you do because they really are fun, we would love to see your ideas here, because when you share your ideas here, you inspire somebody else. And so it's just so much fun. So there you go, and have some fun with these. Take care. Bye-bye.